Hey y'all, hey. It's an overly caffeinated Sharita again with Blank Space Designs, where we get into the behind the scenes and shenanigans of being a 9 to 5 corporate girly who is also trying to grow a boutique stationery and accessories gift shop. So it's market day. This week flew by and I completely neglected to involve y'all in any of the prep for this particular market. Who is surprised by that? No one. No one is surprised that I did not pick up the camera even once this week. However, I'm here now, so let's just get into it. This is a Friday evening market and movie pop up in downtown Raleigh. I have participated in this event before last year and did not have the best results at all, but we're going to be optimistic about this one. We're having some great weather today, and I'm pretty stocked up on inventory, so let's hoping for plenty of traffic. Setup is pretty straightforward. I didn't make any real changes to my setup from the last time that I did a market. I think I did mention that I was just going to get another 6 foot table and make sure the tablecloths were matching. But pretty much it's the setup that I've done in the past that seems to still be working for me. As the year goes on, I'm definitely going to continue trying to make some significant adjustments to just lean more into the aesthetic I'm trying to go for. But for right now, this particular setup works for me, and hopefully, it's something that's going to pull the folks into my booth today. So, guys, as you can tell, we are out here at the pop-up. It is the first Friday event that they have downtown Raleigh where they show a Disney movie and have a bunch of vendors and food trucks and that sort of thing. This month is the second Friday, May 9th, for some reason. I don't really know. And to be quite honest, I'm not even sure why I started to show that information. Just know that we're at it. You might not be able to tell, but I am hungry. We're not ready for this. It is in very warm, very great weather. It is 83 degrees at this time, and I am actually making really, really good time. It starts at 5 and it is only 4:16. So all of the major pieces of tents up, tables up, tablecloths on it. So truly the only thing that I need to do at this point is to put out product. And I'm just not ready for that. I think I told y'all before that I tend to put out product pretty close to the start time. Almost as I am the kind of salesperson that just needs all the time to get my attitude adjusted correctly so that I am working for the general public. 99% of the time, the general public is really nice, and I love doing that. But that 1% always annoys me. So I take this time to make sure that I am ready for the 1% that is going to. Anyways, so we'll just take another break. I'm going to sit just about 10 minutes and enjoy the little bit of wind that is with this one. I did. I did charge my fan. I did charge my fan, but for some reason I cannot find it. So before I completely crash out, coming to make sure I find that fan because it's going to be absolutely for the next few hours until the sun sets. This is pretty much well, not pretty much. It is somewhat of a nighttime market. It ends at 9. I think the sun sets today, maybe about 8:15. So I will eventually have to put my lights on. But until the sun sets, I'm going to need that fan. So give me a moment. Wow. As always, I'll link this below. It is so good, so handy. It lasts a very long time with a full charge. And I have only had to have it at its highest setting, just five, maybe two of the times. The mid settings is quite fine um, for most heat, even in the sticky North Carolina summer. So definitely. All right, guys, I'm going to work on a little bit of the admin stuff, making sure my Twitter works, because you just never know, and making sure that my catalog loads like I want it to. And once we get closer to the start time, we'll start pulling that out, and I'll give you a little look see to let you know what the location in my Can y'all see me? Probably not. I just want to do a quick check in. We are all set up and have been set up for probably about, let's see. Oh, it's 5:45 already. So we've been set up for about 45 minutes. The booth was pretty packed for a while, but it didn't really resort to a whole lot of sales. So very packed, very busy, a lot of talking, but not a whole lot of sales. I'll do a little check in maybe in another 30 minutes. But so far, so okay. I think this kind of event is probably not going to be a crazy big significant event for me when it comes to sales, because it is like a kids movie in the park event, and my items are not kids friendly. Did sign up for two other events this year. Hello, how are you? You wanted a sticker? Well, just I don't do a lap for now. I don't even know if I have any stickers for kids. Oh, good thing you can't read, right? I told somebody that earlier. I was like, "Can your baby read?" Because she looks like she can read. She's close, but yeah. All right. A little. What was I saying before the darling child came up? Oh, this particular event. We do it every first Friday, and it's a movie in a park downtown Raleigh. And the movie tonight, I think it's Tangled. It starts at 6, so another 15 minutes or so. And I think I mentioned I signed up for two other of these events this year, pretty spread out. And I think when I come back next time, I might lean into more of some of the PG rated things that I offer, which isn't a lot. because it is very kid heavy out here, and kids love stickers. So I think next time when I come, I'm going to do that. The next event is until August, so I have plenty of time to think about that. So yeah, for these kind of events where it is a lot of kids, yeah, I think I'll do that little switch up. Like I said, the booth tends to be kind of busy, but yeah, not a whole lot of sales. But I'll check in maybe about 30 minutes. There is an empanada food truck across the way that I have been staring at. And I am alone tonight, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make my way over there. But it smells delicious, and everybody who has walked by with a plate of empanada has made me very, very jealous. So we'll see. We'll check in. I'll check in later regarding sales and empanadas.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems.
All right, so we're back. So it is 6:30, an hour and a half into the event. Um, we still have 2.5 hours going till 9 o'clock. So my baby cousin came and checked me out for a couple of minutes, and while she was here, I sent her on an empanada run. It is freaking delicious. It's just ground beef and peppers and onions, and it is so freaking good. So I'm gonna do the check-in with y'all real quick, and then I'm going to ignore you for a few minutes while I inhale this anthem. Quick check-in. Let's see where we are at 6:30. Whew. Let's see here. So an hour and a half into this event that I mentioned before was it's a little slower than I thought it would be. It did pick up in like the last 10 minutes where there was just a huge group of people that came through, and I had a bit of a line for a couple of minutes. So that has resulted in 14 sales, and my gross sales is $110. So we have definitely made our money back. The booth fee for this event is only $65, which is why I'll be coming back a couple of times this year. With the booth fee that low, you can't really not take advantage of it. So not doing too shabby. Of course, the best selling today, as it always is stickers. Stickers make up $81 of that $110 of sales so far. Guys, I cannot reiterate enough that if you are able to, especially for smaller items or items that are priced a little bit um, cheaper than other items, if you are able to do any kind of bundle deal, you absolutely should. The way that my stickers upsell themselves just based on the little bundle deal I do, I sell stickers at $3 a piece, which I know people absolutely sell them for like four, but three seems to work pretty well for my market. And then I also offer them for three for $8. So the amount of people who come in wanting a single sticker, and once they realize they're three for $8, they almost always add on two more stickers because people just want that deal. And people rarely ever get two stickers. If you get two stickers for six, you might as well get a third sticker for $8. So If you are able to do any kind of little bundle deal for that for any of your items, you absolutely should offer that. People, it definitely is a good little easy way to upsell any of your items. Anyway, I'll check in with you all maybe another hour or so. I'm going to eat my empanada before it gets cold. The movie hasn't started yet, which is weird. It is tangled, so it might. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I can tell that the lawn has gotten pretty busy. Let me show y'all real quick. Let's see. So yeah, this is a little bit of the lawn that I'm able to see from where I am, and it has gotten pretty busy while people are setting up, getting ready for the movie. Maybe you're able to tell the screen over there. Yeah. So yeah, it's about to get started. All right, folks, let's do another little check-in. It is 7:25, and I think the movie is just about to start. So I wanted to get in before that started. I did not want Disney to copy right strike me. So let's see where we are as far as sales. So at 7:25, things slow down quite a bit, and we are at 19 sales and $160. Hi guys. And that's my cousin. So as you can tell, I immediately cut this camera once my cousin came back because I do not want to be perceived while I am talking to y'all through this camera. There's something so strange about it. I know it's so weird. I can talk to y'all through this lens with no problem, no embarrassment, no anything. But as soon as someone is watching me do it, completely clam up, cannot continue on with what I'm saying, so I don't even try. So before she showed up, I was trying to tell you that at 7:25, I had 19 sales that totaled $163. All right, so it's 8 o'clock. Tango is very loud in the background, so let's go ahead and get this check-in done before the next business starts. So at 8 o'clock, we have currently had just 21 sales and $182. Once the movie started, it slowed down quite a bit. That makes perfect sense. In this last hour, I'll see a lot more happening, especially now that it is getting dark. I have to bring my lights out. Maybe we can make $200. So I guess that's what we're gonna try for this next hour. 18 more dollars to get to 200. And let's see. Let's see if we can get there. I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, y'all. Hey, it is a couple of days later. The event actually ended pretty uneventfully. Breakdown was pretty straightforward, even with me having to do all the breakdown and packing up by myself. The event organizer actually makes it very straightforward to be able to make sure that we get in and out of our space pretty seamlessly. So that absolutely helped. I was able to completely break down, pack up, and pretty much be out of there within like 50 minutes. So perfect. I have no complaints about that. I will say that I think I said in the last little bit where I was talking to y'all that the event wasn't going to end in a way that I had hoped. I know that I mentioned early on that I did this event once last year and I did not have the best results. I will say that it was a pretty hot day last year when I did the event. So most of um,
I will say that the vast majority of that event not going well was just because of how hot it was. It had a feel of like 105 degrees or something ridiculous like that. And I don't blame anyone for not coming out to support that particular market on that day. So I really didn't know what I was going to get into or how it was going to go with this particular market, since the last one was just an anomaly in of itself because of the weather. I will say that I learned quite a bit about how this market will go in the future, since I have already scheduled and paid for two additional ones later on in the fall. I will have to lean more into some of my more PG rated items, which, if y'all have taken any kind of perusal, if you've done any kind of perusal through my website, you know, is few and far between, especially depending on the movie that they're showing. That night it was Tangled, so very, very, very geared towards kids. So if I want to ensure or try to up my sales in any kind of way, I do need to make sure that I stock a little bit more PG rated things. The next one is until August, so I have plenty of time to think about that. But we'll we'll think around that quite a bit and see what we want to do. I will say that this market is only $65. It is with the Downtown Raleigh Alliance, which is a group that I love working with. So, no regrets about being a part of it, and I will continue to be a part of it. So, no regrets on that end. But like most business owners, whenever we are part of something that just didn't hit that sales issue we wanted to, yeah, you live and you learn. And we'll see how we can do better the next time. Anyway, enough rambling about that nonsense. Y'all came for numbers, so let's do the numbers. So for this particular event, let's see. I had, why are you yelling at me? Calm down. I made 23 sales in the 4 hours that we were set up there for a total of $225. So definitely made my money back, made a little bit of profit, all well and good, but I've definitely done better at other events. Even with it being a shorter event, I've definitely done much better at other events. Of those 23 sales, I sold 48 stickers, 8 pin back buttons, 2 magnet sets, 1 acrylic cup, and 2 magnetic bookmarks. And that doesn't surprise me at all. The stickers always go very, very, very well. Even at an event like this, that is definitely geared towards a younger crowd, children. Geared towards children, I should say. Younger crowd made it seem like I'm talking about preteens. This particular event absolutely was geared towards children because of the pick of the movie. Anyway, even at this kid friendly event, my stickers absolutely did very well because, I mean, they always do. Stickers being my main selling item does not surprise me in any way, shape, or form. That's pretty much how it always is. Hence why most of my display is always just going to be a crap ton of stickers. If I can figure out how to add even a third board for stickers and not make it look too overwhelming or too clunky, I'm definitely going to do that. But I need to think around that quite a bit more to make sure that it actually fits in the space in the way that I would like it to. So that is how we ended the event. Um, it was okay. It was okay. I will say that there was a period of time there where nothing was happening. Towards the end of the event, I downloaded a book and started reading that, which I know some people, they have very strong feelings about actively or even passively doing things while they're sitting in the booth. But I just am never going to be one of those people that is just standing outside of my booth attempting to do the circus call or the carnival call of trying to get people to come in. I mean, if you're interested, you're going to stop by. If you're not interested, you're not going to stop by. So there was a period of time where I spent quite a little minute getting into a new book on my Kindle. But that's fine. That's fine. It was a very nice day. I was full of empanada. Weather was great. I had all the bug repellent that a girl could wish for, so the mosquitoes stayed away. And I truly had a great time laughing and giggling with the people who did stop by. Anyways, So that's going to be the conclusion of this particular market. This is only the second market of this year. Despite what I said last year, I think I did say last year at the top and at the top of this year that I wanted to lean more into markets this year. I think I'm completely off that train. As the weather has changed and it has ramped up in temperature, I've said this before. I just don't think I'm going to be able to do the markets in this 90, 110, 300,000 degree weather. It's just not great. I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it. This summer, I'm going to lean into really trying to bulk up my wholesale orders and my online orders and this content creation. That's what I'm going to do this summer because these outdoor markets, I just don't think I'll be able to do it effectively because nobody wants to buy from a grumpy, way too hot salesperson. They just don't want to do it. However, I do have every intention of really throwing myself back into the market season once the temperatures cool down a little bit. I already have two scheduled for one in August and one in October, and there are maybe six or seven more in the fall and during the holidays that I want to make sure that I'm a part of. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We're going to call this particular market a success, kind of, sort of. I made my booth feedback. I made a little bit of money, and my tent didn't fly away into the wind, which is truly my biggest fear whenever I go to any of these outdoor markets. As always, folks, thanks for rocking with me. I'll see you around the internet somewhere. Bye.